Hello, this is Russ Mayo. I wanted to talk a little bit about my vision. I'm just calling it FBR vision, and that's just because of the name of the church that I go to. However, you can go to, this can be applied to your church or any church for that matter. And I'm speaking to the men of the church. When you have if you look at the total body of your church, we'll say you have 500 people at your church. And when you have a men's group, how many guys are actually there at the men's group? Okay? We have a large church that I go to, and when we have functions, we have a lot of guys show up. However, I want to talk about a vision that I have outside of the church. How can you reach people outside of your church? I'm not talking about trying to get people to come to Sunday. I'm not trying to get people to come to choir or that type of stuff. I'm talking about actually physically reaching people outside of the walls of your church. And if you're watching this video, I want to assure you the point of this video and the purpose of this video is not to recruit you into my business. It's not to ask you for money for help. Actually, the purpose of the video is to ask for your moral support. And if you join me in my cause, that would be great. However, if not, I would like your continued support in my vision to be able to help people. So how am I helping people? Well, I've been involved in different companies. And the companies that I've been involved with are network marketing companies, MLM companies. And before you make a determination on whether that's good or bad, or whether you like MLMs or don't like MLMs, what I have seen in the overall broad picture of it is that there are people in those businesses who are able to make a substantial income. And then the point is not just making money. The point is, what do you do after you make the money? So, for example, no matter what your job is, what you do for a living, if you had an extra $100,000 on top of your job, what would you actually do for that? Do with that money? Well, say you've already bought a nice house, you've already bought a nice car, whatever it is. Maybe you already went on a nice vacation and you still have $100,000. How would you spend that money? How would you use it? Would you give it to a mission? Would you give it to your church? Would you donate it to your favorite charity? How would you use that? And that's what I'm talking about, is not just the fact of getting rich and having a nice house and a fancy car and all that stuff. I'm talking about, what do you do? What is your purpose? And how can you help other people outside of your church walls, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially? Thank you. This is Russ Mayo, signing off.